Paul, I mean, there's only really one place to start after that, and that's your emotions and feeling after what's been a remarkable end to that game.
I'm pretty pleased, and I just I really enjoyed that last 2 minutes. I think on the grand scheme of things, I think we deserved a result today. I don't think we deserved to lose, and we needed one of those games. We certainly needed one of those games, and we've not had that type of finish and that type of reaction this season. It's created that kind of feeling. So I think it's very good for us. So it's 3 points. It's more than 3 points. Actually, I think that was a really big plus for us. How it feels, just as you've alluded to, how it feels.
5 minutes to go, 1-0 down. What were you thinking at that point?
Well, the irony was it took 15 minutes to go. Me and Matt Oakley and Matt Taylor discussed numerous times putting Robbie Simpson on. We hadn't crossed it enough. We played some nice football, but we didn't put the ball in the box enough. We didn't have that sort of that sync with the players in the box, but it would have been a risk. It would have been a risk because the game was in the balance. So them scoring made it obvious. I mean, the fact we've been thinking about it, we knew exactly where we were going to go with it. And we didn't have much time to respond. So it was Robbie Simpson on and just give Jayden a bit more of a support there, and made us cross the ball. So it was sick or twist. We had no option really.
Talk about crossing the ball. Lee Holmes' ball in for Jayden Stockley was an absolute peach.
It was just when we needed it. 30 seconds to go, and we found him in the right place. He was in the right place, and he steadied himself, and he put what a fantastic ball in there. And it was good for Jayden because he's been in there numerous times, but having Robbie Simpson alongside him, suddenly there was another player for him to mark, and Jayden found himself spare. But I have to say, I really the moment of the game for me was us scoring the equaliser, and then our response back to the halfway line, and every single player in shape, ready to go. With 2 minutes to go, that said, we want to score another. I felt that on the touchline, but the way our players responded to the equaliser, whether we'd got the winner or not, I was really pleased with their reaction, and I think Crewe was slow to take the kick off. They didn't really want to take it. They thought the game was over, and the team in the yellow shirts were back ready to go.
The equalising goal you talk about, captain fantastic. He never gave up on it, did he? Inside the penalty area, he kept going and going, and got his rewards.
There's different ways to score goals, and they're always important as each other. And I just said to the player, I thought so far that's the goal of the season for me, because one, it was so needed. And secondly, it's a way he took it in and fought off 2 or 3 players to score. It was a goal of just will and determination.
The way the game finished with the goals in injury time, as a player and a manager, have you ever been involved in anything like that before? Have you ever experienced anything like that before?
Well, we came from 3-0 down at home last year to Yeovil to score 3 in injury time. So that's pretty good. So look, I've managed over 600 games here. I'm sure there are plenty. We've scored late goals, a number of them. So it was a good day today. But I think as much as the 3 points were vital to us today, and we've really enjoyed the win, it's the way we've done it. Just gives us an extra bit of enjoyment and belief and motivation going into these final games. I feel for Crewe because I thought they played really well. The first 20 minutes of the game, the first quarter of the game today, they were excellent, outstanding even, and but I know what it's like, when you're in a season and you're struggling, you can play so well and lose, and they played so well. I just hope they keep going and play with that kind of confidence. I thought they were outstanding in the first sort of quarter of the game, first half an hour.
Back in the playoffs tonight as well, with games in hand, what kind of psychological effect does that give everybody at the club?
I'll be honest now, I'm not sure it's where we sit in the league table, because it's so tight and there's so many games to go. We just look at the amount of games we have left on the card. 14 to go? I think it's 14. And so we have to get a certain amount of points out of those games, whether we have them now or in the first week of May. It doesn't really matter, but the most important is we lost on Saturday, we've come back and we've responded in the best way.
Moving on, 14 to go, the next one is Grimsby, another long trip. What kind of threat will they pose?
Well, they've had a change or a change of manager. They have. I'm not sure who will be in charge on Saturday. You can tell me. Is it the caretaker manager? I'm not quite sure who's in charge. we've played teams this year twice who've just had a bad run and just had a change of management. We did it at Port Vale at home, we did it at Chesterfield away, and both times we lost. So I think if there's ever a warning, it's this week. We need to be ultra careful that we don't just assume that they'll be in a bad way. Sometimes it works, and often works the exact opposite. So we have to be on our guard.
You had a terrific result there last season at Grimsby on your birthday, I seem to recall. How much would you give for a repeat of that?
Yes, every week 3 points. That's what we're looking for. We're a different team than last year. We're a different set of players. We have to play to our strengths. It's a year ago, but it seems a long time ago now. We are in 2017-18 season. We are a group of players that have certain strengths different to last year's strengths, and we have to play them.
If I may, I'd like to ask you about the build-up to the game, because we've got one team in the Devon area that's flown off to Spain this week for some warm weather training. You're not in that luxury. You can't do that with the games you've got coming up.
No.
But you will be travelling up, we believe, maybe earlier and maybe stopping away a bit after tonight's game as well, and get some preparation under your belt in that way.
Well, we enjoy travelling around England. We're used to it. So we're staying over tonight only because of the sleep deprivation that you get from getting back to Devon at 3 o'clock in the morning and then having to miss sleep and then travel to Grimsby again. So we're staying over tonight just to make sure the players get to bed at a reasonable time. So there's nothing more to it than that. We are travelling back in the morning. Sleep and recovery is so important. It's certainly, I wouldn't say it's even preparation. I'd say it's just trying to keep the players with a good night's sleep tonight rather than getting them home at 4 in the morning. So all the small details that you have to look at, and that's one of them.
Well, well done tonight. Very well done on the result, and good luck for Saturday.